YouTubists, YouTubeites, YouTubers, YouTubettes, whatever. Welcome to my garage. It's beautiful. This is where the magic happens. Anyhow, so today we're going to be talking about tires. Now, tires on a dual sport bike, particularly one that runs in the dirt a lot, and ever actually sees the street. Somewhat of a challenge. I think you would all agree that it's difficult to find something that works well in nearly every terrain that there is. Yeah. And the street, and gets good wear. And actually is functional. So, without further ado, what we're talking about right now. What's up, Rosie? That's my daughter, Hannah.
Gun. Can I have one of these?
Yes, you can have one of those. All right. So today, I just got rid of a couple of tires that I had before. One was I don't remember what it was. It was some really kind of generic motocross style tire that came on the used WR450 that I bought a couple months ago, and that tire was awful. The knobs ripped off the thing. It must have been some kind of soft compound, or not soft compound, but soft terrain tire. It had very hard compound rubber, and because of that, what happened quite often was the knobs literally ripped off. I heard one get ripped off by a big chunk of lava a couple of days ago on one of our rides. So, one of the particular challenges that I face here in Southern Utah. I used to live from San Diego. Anyway, we're actually here in Southern Utah, which provides an interesting combination of terrains. And my tires, any tire is going to get worn in those conditions. I had a Maxxis Desert IT on the rear, and that is a great tire. Outstanding tire, to be honest with you. It wears really well, it works well. I didn't get flat. I've used them for years, and they're just a good tire. I have since this time I replaced it with a Bridgestone X40, and that's what it looks like. It's got quite tall treads on it, and one of the neat things about it is it has these little things they call castle blocks, and you'll notice that they actually come up above the knob just a little bit, and it gives it just that much more extra little extra biting edge on the tire there. Very similar to the Dunlop MX52 rear tire. Another interesting thing you're going to notice on this particular tire is the tie bars in between each tread. Kind of a neat thing. You don't see that in every tire. One of the features that I like about this tire personally is how tight the knobs are to each other. Now, in sand, you're going to suffer a little bit because I don't have the bar of knobs going across like you do on the Desert IT, but I think that over the long haul, this tire in theory should actually function a little bit better, I think, for my purposes. One of the interesting things too that they put on this tire, you notice these are actually cooling bars or cooling fins. Bridgestone, their theory is that as the tire flexes and moves around, it's actually gonna build up heat, and those little bars there are gonna allow it to cool off a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to notice any difference, but pretty cool. Also, one of the aspects I like about this tire is it's kind of a rounded profile. It's not nearly as square across the top as my Maxxis tire was. As you come into a corner, it's going to allow you to actually corner a little bit more comfortably on the street. That's the rear. Now the front, we've got a Dunlop GeoMax MX52F. F is for front. It's an intermediate to a hard terrain tire. They have asymmetrical knobs, and again, it's kind of got a you know, the compound. They actually, Dunlop calls it a shock absorbing compound. We'll find out. My hope is that with this tire, what's going to happen is the square edge hits that we take constantly out here with just the way the terrain is set up, hopefully will be a little bit better than the tire that I had before. It really a tire that works great in hard pack to also work great in the sand. You know, I'm not going to expect that. But I do expect a tire not to have its knobs just ripped off routinely. That's just weak. So, oh, this is Hana. We're talking about hot tires, Hana. You want to talk about tires? Are tires fun? So, anyhow, so hopefully this tire will actually work much better for our usage. It's got asymmetrical knobs. I like that. I think it's going to work. And pokies, yes. It's going to hopefully work a little bit better in the sand and on the street. Again, I like a tire that's got a rounded profile. Fronts typically do, but I also particularly like to have a little bit stronger set of edge knobs than some tires have. This should give me a nice solid feel on the street and in the dirt, and we'll see. That would be potato chip and all that. So we're going to put these tires through their paces. Right, this is insane. This is insane. And I'll let you know how they work. And that's pretty much all I got for today. So again, this is the Bridgestone X40 rear and the Dunlop GeoMax MX52F front tire. We'll see how they work, and I'll let you know. Usually you go to jail afterwards. I think it's going to work.